Hey, hello, and welcome back. I am Debbie Peterson of Getting to Clarity. I am so glad that you're here. And this is another episode of the Getting to Clarity show because this is the place where you come to get your next clear move. And today we are talking about readiness, being ready for our next level. And a lot of times we are getting ready to get ready. But I want to let you know, you were ready before they told you you weren't. Here's what I mean. I used to think that being ready, readiness, was something that you earned. It was after the title, after the training, after someone else said, yes, now you're ready. But here's the truth. I wish someone had told me that readiness isn't handed to you. It's not a status. It's a state of mind. Most of us were ready long before we were told we weren't. And at one point in my corporate career, I felt it, that internal hum that just said, you are ready. Ask for more. And I did. And I walked into a room and I asked for the next step. And what I got was that pat on the head, a polite brush off, we'll call it, a subtle not yet. And because these were people I trusted their response more than my own inner knowing. And I took it as truth. I swallowed it whole and I told myself the story that I wasn't ready. That was the worst thing I could have done because readiness doesn't live outside of you. It's not about having all the answers. It's about believing that you will figure them out when the time comes. It's about being willing to go find what you don't yet know. And that right there, that willingness, that's what most people aren't doing. So here's what I've learned through the lens of NLP. So NLP is neuro-linguistic programming. And within NLP, we learn about limiting beliefs. And these are patterns of thoughts that act as internal barriers. Then they sound something like this. I'm not qualified enough. Or who am I to lead? And they usually stem from a past experience or someone else's opinion that we accepted as truth. And once they settle in, they shape how we see ourselves and what we believe we are capable of. And that mindset drives everything. They are the lies we tell ourselves so often that we stop questioning them. They come from moments like mine, where I asked for more and I got the pat on the head. Moments when we let someone else's assessment outweigh our own belief. And once they settle in, once they shape our mindset, they can really take us off track because mindset drives everything. If I had kept listening to that story, you're not ready, I would have stayed so small. I would have played it so safe, but the feeling inside wouldn't leave me alone. And that's the thing about clarity. It doesn't shout, but it sure doesn't let you forget. So eventually, I pushed back. I stopped waiting for permission and I started claiming my readiness instead of chasing it. That decision chased everything. It led me to build a business, serve leaders who were doubting themselves, and to speak truth into rooms that are often filled with posturing instead of giving themselves permission. I've said yes before I'm fully ready more times than I can count. And every time I found my footing, not because I knew all the steps, but because I trusted I would be able to figure it out, because I had people around me who could guide me, because I believed that readiness is remembered, it's not earned. So here's what I want you to know. No one will ever give you what you don't claim for yourself. And readiness doesn't mean you're fearless. It just means that you care enough to try, even when you're unsure. It means that you believe there's something in you worth listening to. And I see that in you, even if you haven't said it out loud yet. And you don't need to get ready. You are. And when organizations don't create space for that level of self-trust, they lose capable leaders to burnout, boredom, or silence. And I see it happen all the time. Not because those leaders weren't ready, but because no one told them they already were. So what is your next clear move? Think back to a moment, one particular moment where you were ready in hindsight, but you didn't feel like it. What would you have changed if you trusted yourself a little bit earlier? Now try this. Write down one belief you hold about why you're not ready for something right now. And ask yourself, whose voice is that really? Is it yours? Or is it a limiting belief? Is it something from your past? and replace it with a belief that supports your forward movement, even with something like, I'm open to figuring it out. Take one small action today from that new belief, and you'll be on the road to settling into your next clear move. Now, if your definition of readiness has been shaped by someone else's timeline, then maybe it's time to rewrite it. Start by remembering who you were before you were told to wait. If you want support, then please reach out to me. And if you'd like support in helping your leaders claim that readiness before burnout, before doubt, before disengagement sets in, then let's talk. My Readiness Reset keynote and my Readiness Labs are built for this moment. They're not just about leadership development. They're about leadership, reconnection, and activation. So until the next time, be good to yourself, know that you are ready, and bye-bye for now.